In today's episode of Value on My Toy Collection, we're going to value some Woodzeez and Calico Critters and other little animal figures. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building, and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection. And then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. Well, let's jump right in and start valuing some of these toys. First, we're going to start with some Woodzeez sets. This one is the River Dipper Hippo family set. It's a little 4-pack of hippos, and it's worth about $17. Next up, we have another set. This is called the Bushy Tail Squirrel family, and they're worth about $23. And then we have the little mouse family, and they're called the Handy Dandies, and they're worth about $20. Then we have one of the little play sets. This is the Tiki Hut, and it's never been opened, and it's worth about $20. Still has the tag on it and everything. Then we have another family. This is the elephant family. They're called the Elephant family, and they're worth $21. And then we have the Tippy Tail Fox family. They're worth about $17. Have the Music Class with the panda worth $24. And then the Water Wiggles Beaver family, they're worth $25. And this one, the Whiff Puff Skunk family, is worth $85. It's so rare. And then we have this Bobsy's 3-pack worth about $20. Next up, we have this Woodzeez Kitchenette and Housekeeping set worth about $30. We have a Woodzeez Vanderhoof Moose family worth about $20. And this is a Calico Critters house worth about $25. And it's got all its little furniture in there. Then we have some Woodzeez houses. The Blue Roof house is worth about $30. And then the Honeysuckle Hollow School Tree house is worth about $30 as well. Then we have the 2-story Honeysuckle Hillside Cottage house, and it's worth at least $75, probably more like $100, but we'll say about $75. It's really cute. It's really big too. And then we have another little kitchen set from Woodzeez, and this one's worth about $33. We have the Cotton Ball Rabbit family set. It's huge. It's worth about $27. So many little rabbits there. And then we have one of the little connector sets with trees and like a sidewalk, and it's worth about $25. Then we have the Fitzmoo Cow family, and they're worth about $25. We have the Skyhopper Panda family, worth about $26. They are super cute. I love their little outfits and everything. And then we have the Hoo Hoo's Owl family, worth about $21. And then these little guys are called Cutie Loos. And we have 5 different sets of these, and they're worth about $13 a set. So that's about $65 for all 5 sets when we add that to our grand total at the end of the video. And then we have a single pack with Henry Bushtail worth about $20. These are a little bit harder to find. A holiday collection with Polly and Poppy worth $10, and then one with Belle and Boots from 2017 worth $15. Then we have this Calico Critter Cloverleaf Girls Bedroom set worth $70, and the Cherry Red Cruiser still in the box worth $25. And then we have the Sky Ride Adventure set worth $40. And then we have the general store, never been used, it's all still sealed up, worth about $26. But I really feel like as time goes on, that's going to be worth a lot more because it's got so many little pieces, and most kids are going to tear into that to play with it. Then we also have a restaurant still sealed up, still worth about $26. But again, I think these are going to totally increase in the future. Then we've got this box that has the car and the camper, and it's worth about $60 already. And then we have the little countryside cottage with the rabbit family, and they're worth about $60 right now. Have this little set called the Swifty Keepers, and they're worth about $25. They look like little hedgehogs. Then we have the treehouse still in the box, worth at least $100. Have a couple more of those connector sets worth about $25 each. And then we have the Tidy Shine Turtle family, and they're worth about $25. And the Hoppin' Goods rabbit set worth about $25. And then we have the little raccoon family, the Digadillies, worth about $20 as well. And I found out this little schoolhouse is actually from the Clown Around series, worth about $30 from the early 80s. And then we have a couple packets of these individual figures, and they're from Woodzeez, and they're probably worth about $12 each in these packages. These are harder to find for some reason. We have a ton of loose figures. We actually have 24 loose figures, and when I looked online, they go anywhere from about $3 each to about $8 each, depending on which figure they are. So I'm just going to go with the lowest figure and say they're all worth about $3 each. So we have 24 of those. So that's going to be another $72 we can add to our overall grand total at the end of the video. These little guys are so cute, and I really think they're really going to become more collectible in the future. From 2005, we have some Furryville characters. These are the Burringtons, and they're worth about $23 in the box. And then we have the Mapletown figures. Now, these are from the 80s, and they're worth about $50. And then we have, from Furryville again, we have the Pandafords from 2005, worth about $25. And then we have a woodsy little guy in a boating set worth $20. And then we have a store display piece with all these little woodsy figures that are pretty hard to find. And I think it's valued at least $125. And then we have a couple Calico Critters. These are baby friends, and they're worth about $25. And then we have the Calico Critters house, worth about $50. And then from the Woodzeez line, we have the schoolhouse, worth about $30. Then we have the Zuzu little hamsters. The one in the wheels, worth about $12. The one in the bed with the little outfits, that's worth about $12. And then these two loose ones, they're worth about $7 each. And then we have 4 small Zuzus from 2009, and they're worth about $5 each. And now we'll move on to one more shelf where we have these little mice figures at the end. We'll go ahead and value these. First, we have these that are in the package. These are Angelina mice, and they're worth about $15 each still in the package. And I think we have 5 different ones. Some of them have different names. They all have really cute dresses on. They're really little delicate figures, super cute, but pretty comfortable saying they're worth about $15 each at this point. And then in that same set, we have Miss Lily's School of Ballet, and it's worth about $40 still in the box. It's almost impossible to find, and I'm kind of guessing at the price. I couldn't even find it online, so it could be worth a lot more than that. And then we have a plush doll of Angelina in the back, and she's worth about $30. Well, in our previous 439 videos of value on my toy collection, our collection was worth $1,083,892. Now, with this video, with all of our Woodzeez and Calico Critters and other little animal figures, we can add another $1,990 to our overall grand total. So that means for episode 440 of Value in My Toy Collection, our grand total now is $1,085,882. I always wanted to say I have $1 million toy collection, and now I can definitely say it. Not really a millionaire though, because that's not cash money. I guess I'm more of a toyonaire. I've just been saving these toys all my life, going to thrift stores, flea markets, garage sale, toy stores, and looking online, and it just accumulated to that big old total. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. And I'm also putting all the toys online on Facebook under the Toy Vault of Mississippi. So until our next video, we will see you then.